Hello, everybody. How are we doing today? I know most of you I talked to, or some of you guys I talked to, with our little Google Meet. So, good news is we're going to continue that. This is just a test stream again today to see how things are working. A couple things I've changed up. Yeah, so I'm still learning how to do this. So please stick with me. If you got a question or comment, definitely throw it in the chat. Understand, however, though, that the stream is slightly delayed because my internet is not the world's fastest. So we'll get through this. Yeah, I already see that we're dropping some frames. Apologize, really not much I can do with that, other than telling my kids to get off the internet. But anywho, let's go ahead and jump into our game. There we go. So we're streaming Wrench today, and yeah, there it is. We're going to pick up on our tutorial and see kind of where that's going to be heading off to. So let's go ahead and resume our game. Alright. Got our tutorials here. I did go in yesterday and kind of squeaked out a couple things just to get some practice in, because keep in mind, as great as this game is, it's still early access, so they're tweaking some stuff here and there, right? Things will change, but even despite where it's at right now, still a pretty sweet game. Or at least game, right? We're going to be using this more as a classroom for stuff. So let's go ahead and start. Let's install an oil pan. Okay, seems pretty straightforward. We've got our lovely engine block here. And some other random. Ooh. All right, this is gonna be a little crazy. I'm gonna pick some stuff up, and it is going to be jumping around. All right, let's go ahead and get our windage tray. That's this guy here. All this is going to be doing is helping prevent our crankshaft from splashing around in the oil, creating that froth, which is bad because then the oil can't really lubricate. Alright, now we're going to get our gasket for our oil pickup. I'm going to pick up some of these bolts quick. Get our oil pickup. Let's see if we can get this lined up right. Maybe. There it is. Alright, now we're going to get our bolts in there. And let's see here. We want to 9 Newton meters. So now let's see here. How long are we going to be out of school for? That is the question of the day. As of right now, we don't know. That is going to be a governmental decision. So we're just going to have to sit back and wait. Worst case scenario, it will be at least April 6th. However, it is probably going to be longer than that. Personally, I would not be surprised if it lasts until May, but who knows? Could be sooner than that. We can get back. I want to get back sooner than later, but we got to kind of go through this right now. So the best thing to do is what we're doing here and hunkering things down. Alright, so I got my torque wrench out here. Right, we're going to do 9 Newton meters? 9 Newton meters for this guy. So again, we don't want to over torque this. And click. There we go. Oh, we got a little visitor here for a second, folks. Let me go back into here. Alright. I got my youngest daughter, Olivia, here. Do you want to say hi to everyone? What? Yeah. You don't want to say hi to the students? Maybe? Okay. She's wearing her JoJo dress, so... anyways... Anytime you guys see my kids running around in the background, it's just kind of some fun stuff. They're doing their schoolwork as well right now. Alright, so 9 Newton meters. We got that down? Yep, okay, so our oil pickup is installed. Great. I'm going to put that away. Install oil pickup tube, gasket, into the oil pump, install the front and rear oil pan seals. Okay, front oil pan seals. Normally would be throwing a gasket on this thing, or you'd be making a gasket maker. But what we got here is instead a oil... Oh, there it is there. We'll put that on the back and the front. This is so that way when we... Oh. Alright, so now when we put our oil pan on here, those are just meant to seal things up, right? So oil doesn't come out. Okay, what are we doing next? So oil pan followed by all 18 oil pan bolts. Alright, let me run over here. We're going to get our oil pan. Hold on, I want to drop it on the floor, because I want to pick it up from this side. And hopefully it doesn't put my... Come on. There it is. Beautiful. Look at that. Now, if you couldn't tell, this is the motor is flipped upside down right now. Normally this thing would be like on an engine stand, but we don't have an engine stand, so we have our table here. All right, now we're gonna get our oil pan bolts. So I'm just going to pick all these up. There's quite a lot of these, and we have 2 longer ones. I'm also going to pick up our oil drain bolt. Alright, so we're going to cycle through here. We got our oil pan. Or no, that's our bolt there. I wonder what that... 30 Newton meters. Plus or minus 25%. So that's seems like a lot for an oil pan plug, but all right, we're gonna do it to spec. So let's go with this. We'll knock that down to 30 Newton meters. Beautiful. All right, next we want to figure out. Nope. I'm gonna put that away. Torque bolts, all of those bolts are going to be 10 Newton meters. Okay, so I'm going to get out my smaller torque wrench and we're going to bump that up to 10 Newton meters. Okay, and let's start putting in some bolts. So alright. A lot of bolts here. Alright, then comes the fun ones. We got the really ridiculously long ones up at the front for this particular 4-cylinder. Okay, cool. First we're going to torque these down though, because as they are right now, no good. So as we're doing this, just want to let you guys know again that this is early access, so things aren't really going to be probably refined here hardcore and things are obviously in the oil pan as we're tightening it up. It's going to become very apparent with the next tutorial piece, because yesterday I was having a very entertaining time with things flying through the table. And yeah, it'll make more sense. Alright, so these are all getting torqued up to 10 newton meters. Alright. Cool beans. Oh. So how's everyone doing today? Yeah, I need to get better internet. I do apologize for all the drop frames. I'm probably going to have to end up moving my router over to my computer so I can wire it in instead of using Wi-Fi. But hey, I'm learning as much as you guys are right now. I'm not like, one of Twitch's top streamers at the moment. Although that's going to change. Alright, let's see here. Let's go ahead and put this on. Put that right there. Pick up our oil cooler nut. Let's see, what do we got to torque that to? 40 newton meters. Alright, which means I'm going to need my larger torque. Oh, sorry dude. What? I'm sorry, Braden. I'll fix my StreamBot or whatever you want to call it. I don't know why that happened. I'll fix that. Probably off stream though. All right, we got our oil filter in. Woohoo! Let's go ahead and tip this over here on the other side. And hope that it doesn't perfect. Alright. We're going to do our dipstick tube. And finally, our dipstick. Look at that. Dipstick kind of goes through the dipstick tube. Nah, who cares? Alright, so there is our completed oil pan pickup tube oil filter. Excellent. Tutorial done. Alright, Braden, you had a question. Try asking it again? Meanwhile, I want to put my car over here. You guys can see here. It's called the Catfish. Woo! Not a real car, obviously. We're gonna do something special at the end of the stream with the Catfish. So, anywho, let's go ahead and yeah, it's definitely a short dipstick. Let's go back. All right, now comes the janky part of this whole thing, right? We're gonna do our last one. Alright, so this is going to be a little bit more involved. I know some of you guys in Auto 2 were asking about timing belts, and my goal was to show you guys timing belts at some point in time with the engine that we were taking apart in class, but we don't have time for that right now, so I'm going to try to do it as best I can virtually here today. It's not going to be quite the same thing, but we'll do with that as best we can. Would I want to buy your old engine for the shop? Well, Braden, if I had any money, I probably would put an offer in for you. It would be interesting, though, Braden, to tear that engine apart, because it seized up on you. It would be kind of cool to get in and actually show what that looks like from an internal perspective, right? What happens when we don't run oil. So anyways, we're going to kind of rock and roll with this here for a second. Alright, start installing by the head gasket onto the block. Install the cylinder head followed by all 10 head bolts. Piece of cake, right? Not as easy as you think it is, because right now the engine is upside down, so I'm going to go grab a cart. Okay, there's my cart. And we're going to kind of make that cart magically larger. Alright, now the tricky part. I'm going to try to grab this without touching anything else. And we're going to try to make this so it doesn't fall over. Come on, baby. Yeah, it's probably still going to fall over. Oh, hey, there it is. Alright. So we got our engine on our cart. I'm going to grab that head gasket. Okay, and then we're going to put that on. Pretty sure a Big Mac and some fries are not the same cost as an engine. Oh, there we go. Alright, a little backwards. Alright, so we got our head gasket on. And I'm gonna move this guy a little bit more over. Okay, so here's the tricky part that I ran into yesterday. They got all this, the exhaust manifold, the intake manifold on the header on this thing. And they got the valve cover actually inside this. If you guys can't see this, the exhaust actually is going underneath the table. So every time I try, and they also got the cold air intake in this thing as well. Every time I tried to pick this thing up and move it, it went like halfway through the table. And it was like impossible. So there might be a couple restarts on this. So yeah, give me a second or two. A large hammer and a sawzall would be great. The best thing I got is, though, I got a flashlight. So I'm going to blind it to death. Alright, first I'm going to pick up all the bolts that are near this. And there it goes. Well, never thought you'd see that, huh? Alright, I want to pick this guy up, and we're just going to temporarily move him over here. Maybe. Alright, we're just going to leave him there. Okay. This guy is going over here. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna pick these up as well. Just because I don't want to lose these. Nope. Oh, where's my Woodruff key? Pick that up. Okay. Nope, there it is. This thing right here, you do not want to lose this, because we're going to need that later. It is the Woodruff key. So I'm just going to put it in my inventory temporarily, as we are working on trying to get this guy out of the table. Hey, Getsky Lover 200. What a weird name. Yeah, we're going to use the torch, alright. I don't know if this thing has a torch. I was saying, if this thing had a torch, we would have a little bit of fun. Alright, so here's goal one. We're going to take this exhaust manifold off because we don't need it for this tutorial. So let's get out our torque gun. We're going to turn it to loosen. And we are going to attempt Oh, hey, it just fell through the floor. Alright, awesome. Let's go ahead and take this off. Totally how we would do it in the shop, right, fellas? I can't go any lower. This is going to be tricky. There it is. I got one more. Two more. Beautiful. Alright, we're going to take that off. We don't need this. So I'm going to go, yeah! There, we're throwing it over there. Now we got to do the same thing on the other side. Okay. Take that off. Alright, now to get these bottom ones. Problem is you can't see it, you can't get close enough to it. Oh, there we go. One more. One more. We can do it, fellas. Come on. Come on, baby. Maybe I'm gonna have to pick this thing up. All the way over there. Beautiful. Alright, let's see if I can actually get this thing out now. Yes! Yeah, it was so much easier than yesterday. Yeah, that thing's gonna get stuck there. Alright, now let's try to pick this thing up and get it out of the table. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, that's not gonna work. Come on. Yeah, it's definitely not OSHA approved. Can we take that off? Oh, we're gonna try to do that. We can take this off. I bet you that's what's stuck in the table. Maybe. Okay. Yes! Okay, that's what we want. That is the sound of victory. Maybe. Yes! We got the head out. Alright, I'm just going to throw this on the floor temporarily. Take this guy and throw it over here by this exhaust. Garbage! Alright, so we're going to take our head. Okay. Come over here. Ah! So either I'm incredibly strong, or this engine block is incredibly light. I'm going to go with the first one. Pretty strong. Pretty strong, folks. Alright, let's see if we can get this to line up. There we go. Alright, so it's on. Now we got to use our head bolts. Which is where? Tensioner spring. Valve cover. No, that's not. That's valve cover. You know what? Let's just do this. Can I? Nope. Oh, left. Blech. Okay, just threw everything up. Where is... Oh, they're probably right here. Head bolt. Yep. Okay, cool. I didn't pick it up yet. Pick up our head bolts. PCV valve. Okay. Don't need any of that. Okay, now when it comes to putting on head bolts, there is a particular sequence. So let's see what we got here. Yep, I already know how to do that. Well, let's just put these in then. come on. There you go. Alright, now we come in here and take a look. Oh, here we go. Starting from the center, working outwards towards torque the head bolts in 2 stages to a final torque of 79 Newton meters. So, there is a sequence to this typically, because what we want to do is we're going to work on the inside out so we don't deform that head gasket, right? We lay everything on that properly. So I'm going to get out my torque wrench. 79 is the max, so we're going to do this in 2 stages. Let's put an initial 55 on these. Nope, didn't mean to right click. Uh-oh. Did I just freeze the game? Engine does not have VTEC. I think I just froze the game. No, hey, there it is. Okay. I did not want to restart that. Okay, that's good there. Okay, there's our second bolt. So we're going to go up here. Okay. Then we're going to go out here, because again, we're working from the inside out. Alright, then we're going to go back over here. Again, this is just our initial torque. We want to make sure we're getting all 10 bolts. Alright, beautiful. Now we're going to go in and we're going to bring it up to the full amount, which is 79 Newton meters. And we're just going to do it in the same sequence as we did before. Oh, that is not what we wanted. Nope. We want that one. Yep, there we go. We don't want to over torque things. Alright, and we'll go there. Now typically if this was like real life, I would be coming in here and doing two sets here. So I'd come in like this and then I would just double check it to make sure that it is torqued up right. There we got that one. That one, I'm going to come back up here to the front. Sometimes, not always, but sometimes these bolts are torqued to yield. Meaning that as soon as you torque them, if you ever take them off, you got to throw them out. They are one-time use. Isn't Payday a good day? Payday's a good day. Okay, so we installed the cylinder head. We torqued everything down. Okay, we did that as well. Okay. So, real quick here, before we get really crazy going on with the timing set, let's take a quick little break. And time for an ASE study break. All right, cool stuff. So this is gonna be something that we're gonna do mid-break here. So I'm gonna open up a poll here in a second in the chat. In order to vote on which answer you think is correct, you're just gonna do an exclamation mark with vote and then the capital letter of which one you're gonna choose. So for instance, if you're gonna vote A, you go exclamation vote space A. Hit enter. It's going to tally that up. We have about a minute once I open the poll. So I'm not opening it yet, so don't vote yet. But let me go ahead and read this out to you so we can have you guys vote on it. So, a faulty thermostat is being replaced. Technician A says a stuck open thermostat will affect engine performance. Technician B says the thermostat controls the engine's operating temperature. Who is correct? Option A says Technician A is correct. Option B says Technician B is correct. Option C says both A and B are correct. And option D says neither A or B are correct. So let me go ahead and get in here. I'm going to go ahead and start the poll. So you guys got 60 seconds to type in your response. What could be the right answer? What could be the right answer? Well, you need to vote like what Derek just did. Exclamation, vote, space, A, B, or C, or D. Exclamation mark, vote, space, A, B, or C, or D. So that's how we do that. Hey! Getski Lover 201? Oh my goodness. Does that mean you love me more than Getski Lover 200? Okay, poll has closed. I should probably keep that open a little longer than what I did. I'm gonna reopen the poll. Hold up a second. Can I open up the poll again? Let's try. Again, this is an experimental stream. Okay, poll is open again for another 60 seconds. No, I kept it open. All right. So, go ahead and vote again. We want, again, if you want to vote, it's exclamation point, vote, no spacing, and then you choose A, B, C, or D. Oh, wow, there seems to be an awkward hand here. Hello, awkward hand. How are you? Yes, you want to whisper? Oh, okay. Wow, that's exciting. All right, is everyone? Getski Lover 201. You can vote, by the way. Yeah, I know, right? Okay, I'm going to be closing down the poll here in about 10 seconds. So if you have not yet voted, go ahead and do that now. Okay, closing it. Well, keep in mind that we're on a little bit of a delay. Alright, so what's the answer? Is it Technician A, Technician B, A and B, or neither of them? So, the correct answer is... A faulty thermostat is being replaced. Technician A says that a stuck open thermostat will affect engine performance. Technician B says the thermostat controls the engine's operating temperature. Who's correct? The correct answer is C. Both Technician A and B are correct. So keep in mind that the thermostat stays closed in a coolant system during engine warm-up. Okay, so that way the engine can go up to operating temperature quicker. If it's stuck open, that coolant's going to cycle through the radiator and it's going to take longer for that engine to warm up properly, which is going to affect engine performance. At the same point in time, we need to understand that the thermostat does control the engine's operating temperature, because once that coolant does reach a particular operating temperature, it's going to open up and allow that coolant to circulate so that way it doesn't get too warm. All right. So hopefully you guys picked up on that, learned a little bit. Let's get back to the game. Alright, we're going to hide this, and we are now going to install timing belts. First we're going to put on our water pump. So water pump is going to be going right here, and we are going to have to take off some bolts because for some odd reason they are already attached to our engine block. So I'm going to get out my torque gun. Okay. And I'm going to come over here to my water pump. Okay, I'm going to flip that upside down, and we're going to take our gasket and put that on. And bring that over here. Okay, water pump's attached. And we're going to want to torque that down. So let's go ahead and figure out. Alright, 24 Newton meters. 10 plus or minus 10%. Alright, so 24 Newton meters. We are going to go 24. Okay. You know what? Let's put these bolts in. And 24 Newton meters. So if you aren't aware, the water pump is what circulates the coolant in our coolant system. Typically it is crank driven, and that's kind of where it goes. Alright, so water pump's installed. Cool. Now we're going to have to install our pulley and tensioner and the tensioner spring, which is right here. Okay, so I'm going to drop down. We are going to grab our, there we go. And, nope, there we go. We got our idler pulley. We're going to obviously need some bolts for that. I'm going to presume those are the ones we need. I could be wrong. Nope, those are right. Okay, what is the torque on those? 45 Newton meters. Alright, so we're going to go to this guy. 45. Awesome. Alright, so we got our tensioner and we got our idler. No, those are obviously for not a serpentine belt, but our timing belt. Then we need a spring on this. There we go. Oh, there it is. Good. Okay. Now we need, let's see here, crankshaft sprocket and woodruff key. So we're going to grab our crankshaft sprocket and that lovely woodruff key. Where did I put that? I vomited it up over here, didn't I? Where did it go? Well, worst case scenario, let's suck it up. Haha, through the power of the video game? I don't know, I was going to say internet, but I don't see it in my... Oh, no, there it is. Woodruff key. Perfect. And we need the sprocket. Oh, come on. Come on. Where are you? There it is. Alright. Sprocket and woodruff key. The woodruff key, I don't know if you guys, I don't know if I'm going to show this on screen, or so you can see kind of here that this is basically a small piece of metal that's going to fit inside this opening, and all it's going to do is prevent the sprocket from just freewheeling, spinning when the crankshaft is spinning. So it's a key that kind of holds everything together. All right. Well, that was easy. Okay. Now we are going to go to next. All right, that was a mouthful. Basically, what she was saying is we just got it. This is the process where we have to make sure our cam and cranks and everything are in the proper sequence or proper positioning, right? If it's not in the proper positioning, things can go south pretty bad on you, or the engine just won't run. So, thankfully for us, because this tutorial, there really isn't much that we're going to be able to tweak on this, but I'll bring up the diagram here and you can see specifically what we're talking about, right? So we have our intake cam and we have our exhaust cam. The E on our intake cam's got to line up with the marking on E on our engine block, and the I on our exhaust cam has to line up with the I on our block there. Could I put Braden in a timeout? I could, but he's been good today, so we're gonna let him be. Anyways, before we even do this, we are going to want to obviously find the top dead center of our piston in cylinder number 1, which there's a whole thing on there that I'm not going to probably get into or touch base with today. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look. And you can see here, let me get in. There's the E on our engine block, and it's marked up with the E on our camshaft there, and then we have an I there, which is lined up with the I on that as well. So, technically speaking, nope, that is not what I wanted. Where'd you come from? There we go. Okay. I'm going to just grab our, let's see, whoops, nope. E. There we go. Okay. Oh, we probably should put that on too. Let me go ahead and grab that. I bet you it'll still let us throw it on there. Crank pulley boss. Yep, there it is. Okay. And then I'm going to grab the crank bolt as well. Crank bolts. Where are you? Crank bolt. Alright, cool. Alright, so we're going to grab our timing belt, which in this game is not really a timing belt, but it is a piece of metal. Alright, let's try to put this on. Maybe? Yesterday, this was a little tricky to get on. Alright, I'm going to put it over here. We're going to take... Nope. Okay, we're going to take that off temporarily. There we go. Okay, let's... Whoop! There we go. Okay. Now we're going to put that on along with our crank bolt. Come on. Crank bolt. There we go. Alright. Keep in mind too, guys, as you are watching me and interacting with me and during through chat, you are earning some loyalty points that you can use to have some fun stuff with. Check the information on some of the commands that you can type into chat. And you can play little mini games and whatnot. You can even ask the 8-ball a question. So Braden, I know you had a question. You can go ahead and ask the 8-ball that by doing exclamation mark 8-ball space, and then you can ask your question. And then it should potentially answer that question. Probably incorrectly though. Alright, anyways, getting this back on here, we have our sprocket, Woodruff key, boss. You need to tighten the crank bolt to 160 newton meters, tighten the 4 small pulley bolts to 10. So let's go ahead and put on our piece here. Okay, with this guy. Okay, now we gotta get our bolts out here. No. Is that... I don't think that's what we want. Yes, there we go. Okay, let's go ahead and zoom in. And we want to tighten those down to 10 newton meters. So we're going to go ahead and get our small dude. Bring it down to 10 newton meters. I'm not used to saying newton meters. I'm used to working in foot pounds. Alright, cool. Wow. Alright, so we installed the timing belt. Hooray! Let's go ahead and we're going to install the valve cover. Alright, we're going to pick up our engine here quick again. Oh, look how strong I am. Okay. Please don't tip over. Okay. That was good. Oh, my nose itches, and you're not supposed to touch your face. Alright, well, here is our valve cover. We can put it all over here, right? You guys are spamming the 8-ball now. Alright, so this is a dual overhead cam, 16 volts. Put that on there. Okay, now we're going to have to get our valve cover bolts. Nope. Here it is. Okay, we're going to put these in. I don't know if you guys can hear. I have children upstairs. Okay, now once again, there is a particular sequence for this. We always want to make sure that we are consulting this. So in this case, we are going to be starting on the inside here, going out, and then all the way around, and we're going to go to 7.5 newton meters, following this sequence. So let's go ahead and get out our little dude here. I'm going to put it down to 7.5. And again, very important to understand which is forward. So let me scan this quick. So we want to move in this direction. So I'm standing right. All right, cool. So 7.5. Okay. I'm going to go there for number 2. Number 3. So on and so forth. Awesome. Oh, torquing is so easy. No, not that one. Yep, is that one. Yep, we want that one. Alright. Okay, so that's all torqued up. Now we need to install our PCV valve, which is right here. Pick that up. PCV valve is going to go right there, so that's installed. So we install the valve cover, bolts, PCV valve. Alright. Alright, I'm going to presume though in the normal game, we're actually going to have oil in this so you can actually fill it up. But for right now, it's not available from what I can tell. So we got our oil cap, put that on, and there is our completed engine build. Well, outside of our stuck pieces. I guess I'll put the exhaust header on here. Is that gonna fit now? Oh! Wow. I really need to stop working out. Oh no, don't do that. There we go. Okay. Alright, cool. You stay right there. I bet this isn't going to line up. No. Excuse me. Alright, anywho. Let's go ahead and complete this tutorial. Now I got something fun to show you guys. Congratulations. We're going to put our car back up. And as we are ending the stream for today, let's go ahead and push the button in the corner that says, hey, you might not want to save this after pushing this button. Well, there goes our car. So, starting Monday, we're going to be going in and actually starting to play this game for reals. I'm going to try to work out any kinks in the system so that way we can eliminate or minimize those drop frames that you guys have been suffering through. But we're actually going to be doing some servicing on an actual virtual car. I think these pieces are definitely happy for us to start working on it. Alright. Let's go ahead and go there. We're going to bring over to this. Oh, look at that big buck right there. I wonder how that got on the wall. Yeah, my wife shot it all right. Anywho, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. That was a little bit better than Tuesday's kind of throwing together stuff. But anyways, before we end, a couple things here quick. First, make sure that you guys are checking Google Classroom on a regular basis. I will guarantee you I will be having stuff put on there between now and Monday. So that's going to be important to check. On Google Classroom, I do have some lab sheets that I scanned in. I just turned them into PDFs up there. So if you have an opportunity over the weekend, you want to do some stuff at home because you have the capability, great, awesome. Have an adult or a guardian sign that off, and I'll get you some credit for that. Obviously, if you can't do that at home, no big deal. We will do hopefully some stuff when we get back to school. So don't feel like that's a requirement on our quarantine thing, right? However, we do have a calendar in there that I've posted that I'm going to be keeping up to date in regards to when things are scheduled for certain classes. So if you have, let's say, out of one, when are we going to meet for Google Meets? When these streams right here are going to be live for you to be watching. What else is in Classroom? Any type of presentations or materials will be posted there as well. I know for certain with SB2 classwork, that stuff will be assigned and due dates in there. I'm trying to think what else. Keep in mind these. If you can't make these live streams, I am recording them, and I'm going to be posting them on my YouTube channel, which is bit.ly/MrGYouTube. If you aren't subscribed on that, go ahead and follow me there so you can stay up to date on stuff. We are going to be changing up some of the live streams times, so that way if you're not really a morning person, you can get in. Or if you want to make one of the live streams but you have something else that you're doing, like work or other classes are meeting, we'll try to get you involved in that way as well. So, anywho, if there's nothing else, I think we're going to call her a day for now. So, thanks for coming in and joining us, guys. Have a good one. Wash your hands. Stay safe. And we'll see you Monday. Have a good one.